Tube, what the crap's going on? HeirofCarthage here, back in Total War Warhammer, where we're going to be starting a new campaign. It is going to be an eye for an eye campaign, which is Beastmen. And then the cool thing I heard about the Grand Campaign that I didn't realize is that the two legendary lords actually have different start positions for the Beastmen, which that's cool. So we may visit them in Grand Campaign at some point. But since there's a special campaign here that comes with the DC, I want to give that a shot and see how it plays out. So let's just give a little read here. It says, among the bitterest rivalries of ancient years is the struggle between Elector Count of Midland, Boris Toddbringer, and the Beastlord Khazrak the One-Eye. Both despise and yet grudgingly respect each other. The two rivals have clashed on several occasions since, but now the battle for the Great Forest is truly about to begin. This campaign is a more focused narrative experience, a desperate clash between two legends of the Drakwold? Yeah, whatever that is. So, let's get things started. Alright, so here we are. Select a race. That's pretty easy. Beastmen. Well, should I be Beastmen? Or maybe the Beastmen? Nah, I think I'm going to pick the Beastmen. Okay, I'll stop. Warherd of the One-Eye. Let's read through this. Much of the old world is covered in dark, forbidding forest. Although mankind has claimed this land, to think the forest are tamed would be a mistake. For they are the blood grounds of the cloven ones. Whoops, my bad. Almost said chosen. You're not chosen, you're cloven. Beastmen are creatures of chaos, so civilization is anathema to them, or anathema, or whatever it is. Yeah, I don't use that word on a daily basis. And they raid and destroy all that they come across. Mankind has retaliated, but bringing a warherd to battle is hard. Beastmen are master ambushers, using the beast paths to entrap an enemy army, the hunter quickly becoming the hunted. Even when battle is joined, beastmen are ferocious foes. Mighty beastlords control herds of goat-headed gores. Smaller ungores strike from the flanks, and frenzied massive minotaurs charge at enemy line. Then there are many monsters in their thrall to their bestial masters. Chaos spawn warhounds, giants, cygors, to name a few. Such a fearsome menagerie is partly why the old world's forests are still terrifying places where the children of chaos roam, lurking in the darkness, desperate to pull apart the very fabric of civilization. So what are our race mechanics? It's a horde army. Armies in close proximity will not suffer from infighting. That's kind of cool. Bestial rage penalties for any positive diplomacy conducted. Also interesting. So diplomacy is not our thing. The faction has no settlements. Infrastructure and military improvements are linked to each individual Beastmen horde. Corruption. Chaos corruption can be spread in enemy territory, leading to public order problems and even chaos rebellions. Here's our top units. We got Cygors, Razor Gore Herds, and Minotaurs. I disagree that the Razor Gore Hordes are that great. I haven't seen anything great from them yet. They may be really good against infantry, though. Alright, so our faction leader, you can only be Khazrak the One-Eye here, of course, because we're going up against his foe. Some of you wanted me to switch to very hard. I've never played a horde, and so I'd kind of like to just play this on hard, just to get a feel for it. I will take on some more challenging Warhammer campaigns in the future, though, so worry not. I'm just trying to get myself built up because I really don't know what I'm doing in terms of horde mechanics. So if you'll see me making a mistake, please feel free to let me know. I will be reading the comments and trying to improve as we go. think that was Khazrak's way of saying that he loves Toddbringer and wants to ask him on a couple of dates. Something like that. I don't know. Or maybe you can just trust the translation that was on the screen. Though I do think that I speak Beastman pretty well, obviously. Let's get in here and see what we run onto. Alright, bring ruin to man. Think I can handle that. At least the instructions are simple. So we need to destroy Marienburg.
Green skin, black pit.
So greenskins, kind of enemy of enemy. So basically telling us to confederate with other tribes we run into. So eventually we also need to destroy Middenheim and kill Toddbringer. Alright, I think we got the instructions from Khazrak there. He's very detailed. Doesn't even... Yeah, we'll leave him alone. I won't trash his English, even though it's tempting. Well, he's not speaking English, but you know what I mean. So our first objective here is to destroy Carobird, which is down here. We don't want to get in too many wars at once, which would be great, but I'm sure that no one's going to like us. We only have one army, so like the Cult of Ulrich, for instance, is not currently at war with us. Marienburg's up over here, and it does have to be destroyed. We'll take a look at the objectives. Can get some research started. I want to improve my infantry as quickly as possible. So like this one gives extra melee attack to Ungor and Gore units, which would be important because honestly, Beastmen units are pretty crummy in the lower ends, really crummy. So it's not going to hurt to try and get upgrades on our Lord and also there that are going to help us out in terms of buffing crummier units so that it's easier to afford them. At least that's my take on it at the moment. Let's take a look at some of these places. The defenses at Shinfeld here are pretty low. Carobird, on the other hand, is a little bit bigger. Kind of thinking maybe we can do some raiding in this province to build up a little strength and money and everything else. What do we got here? Just a few spearmen, swordsmen, crossbowmen. Honestly, I have not played this campaign before, so I don't know how risky I can or can't be here. Really don't. Let's just go ahead and recruit a couple of spearmen. We can do a little bit of work here, improving buildings and building new stuff. We don't have, obviously, the money to do some of this. We'll get it from pillaging and stuff like that. Same thing here. Have to upgrade my horde encampment before we can ever upgrade that building. So let's kind of take things one at a time. I'm not going to worry about building anything here at the moment because we can't really do anything else there. Let's end the first turn. Let's kind of quickly try and do some good raiding. Am I in an encampment? Yes, I'm in an encampment. The normal stance for us looks like Beastmen ambush. The only other thing we can use is use the beast paths, which is kind of like underground movement with the dwarfs and greenskins. So let's see. I don't think you can't start battles though while you're in the beast paths. So you kind of have to be in the raiding stance or the other one. And we could do some raiding here, but it's not that important. I want to hit this city quick before they upgrade it in terms of defenses. And let's see. It says we can fight this because some of our units can actually break down gates. I don't know how smart that is though, because our men are pretty susceptible to missiles. The units here though really aren't that good, and if we get through their gates I would feel pretty confident, but my Minotaurs are going to be pretty vulnerable. really vulnerable to missiles. But I can't afford to spend too much time here either. So let's we'll siege them for a couple of turns. We may get run off. This is a bit risky, I think, but let's just try it out. Like I said, I've never played these types of campaigns. A minor, or there's a major and an ultimate campaign victory. Let's look at the major campaign victory first. So we got to take out Marienburg. We have to earn 15,000 from raiding. Wow. Raise 30 settlements and ensure that Toddbringer has his crap kicked. So pretty straightforward. This map is bigger than it looks initially. Yeah, there's quite a bit of map here. If we kind of zoom out and take a look, I mean, there's pretty fair amount of map. It's not enormous, but I mean, it's gonna be enough to keep us busy. So there we go. Let's go ahead and end the turn. Yeah, they are already sending men down this way.
Absolutely not.
And that could be a problem. We may have to pull out of the siege. Let's just see what happens. Let's see if they can get to me in time. Yeah, they're sending men at me. So they're going to attack me here with all their forces all lumped into one. So they'll get... The dangerous thing about this is there's two different lords for me to try and take out, so I'm going to have to run off. So yeah, I shouldn't have sieged that. We should have just kept on the move. I'm going to get a Gore Bull. The Brave Shaman, I've done this in the past. I've gotten the Brave Shaman, but I've been disappointed because it takes a while to get their magic built up, and the AI is hitting you pretty hard here at the beginning. So I want the Gore Bull because he's such a dangerous melee unit, and he should be able to help me get rid of enemy lords and trash enemy infantry. These guys are outside of reinforcement range of the troops that are in the city. So let's see if we can come over here and... it says the enemy failed to spot your ambush. Okay, yeah, because my guys are in the ambush a lot. So this is great. We're actually going to get to ambush them. So let's fight the battle. We might be able to turn this around for ourselves a little bit. Looks like it's going to be a beast path ambush, of course, because we're in the Beastmen ambush stance. Our Gore Bull alone is going to give these guys some serious issues. As he gets built up, it's going to be even nicer. So we are in a very good ambush position here. Very good. I'm going to leave my weaker units to come in from the flanks. Do I have this on the large unit sizes? I don't think so. I think these guys just come in bigger units. Okay, so I need some good solid infantry in the center, which I don't have any. Let's send our Minotaurs in first, and let's send them straight into the Great Swords, because the Great Swords are going to be the most dangerous. I saw Great Swords here. They must be hidden, at least temporarily. Get my Minotaurs up here, and I've got Khazrak and our Gore Bull here as well. Okay. Got these guys here. Start the battle. Okay, I'm gonna go straight into the Great Swords with some of these heavy units. Man, that Gore Bull is so fast. Do you see how fast he got into combat there? Okay. I'm just gonna hammer in here with everything we got. I think my Gore Bull is gonna do very well in here. He's armor piercing. He's already got 10 kills. He is just a fast unit, and I'm actually pretty thrilled that we got him here. We're starting to break these guys up already. I'm going to take my Centaurs around and see if we can cause a bigger rout. The Great Swords got absolutely wrecked by my Gore Bull. They did some damage, but the Minotaurs and the Gore Bull and everything in there, it's going to be brutal. I've even still got more infantry over here, honestly. Let's rout these guys out. Centaurs come around. I want the Great Swords to get run down. Let's send our Gore Bull and Khazrak after their leader, and then let's get the Minotaurs after him as well. Yeah, the Great Swords are going to get away. Let's kill as many of these swordsmen as we can. So we're going to mop up this army pretty well. Their lord is caught here, but I mean the Gore Bull, I'm actually really happy we chose him. That guy is ridiculously fast, and just came in there, pounded out like a ton of kills. Wow. Yeah, that was impressive. that was definitely impressive. Came in and beasted out 20 kills real quick on some pretty top-notch infantry. So no problems for me there. Definitely glad we chose the Gorbel. We'll get a Bray Shaman as soon as we can. Obviously, I want the magic for the ability to be able to raise up like a Manticore or a Cygor. That is going to be absolutely freaking fantastic to have. Devour the captives. I like this idea. Man-flesh. Alright. Oh, we picked up a obsidian blade too for Khazrak. Sweet. And we got extra campaign line of sight. I don't know what you just said, Khazrak, but sure. I'm going to give him the extra campaign movement range. I think that's always going to be a good idea for a horde. Let's go in and lay waste to these guys. Gonna devour me some more captives so that my army can stay strong. And we'll go hit Caden and this other small settlement so that we can double back on these guys. So let's just keep building up money and strength here. Constructing buildings earlier in the chain. You cannot construct this building before first constructing any buildings earlier in the chain. I have constructed the buildings earlier in the chain. It's probably just because I'm not in the right stance. Yeah, there we go. Let's go ahead and do this so that we can get Ungor Herd and Ungor Spearmen. We have a little bit of money. We can upgrade Khazrak again. Let's see, first of all, it may not hurt to be able to get extra income first, like do some of this before we up him from a melee standpoint, because we have the Gorbel to help him in melee. So income from raiding, and then upkeep. So dropping upkeep for all units by 15% is pretty huge, and it also makes their recruitment cheaper. Let's roll with that and drop the upkeep cost of all my men. Okay, and then Kugu Rageheart. Yeah, I like that. That's good. He's got 1 skill point, so we can go with Strength of the Land 1. Which is going to give him, it's a constant augment that gives 5 armor to all allies in range. Or there's this one that gives 5 melee attack to all allies in range. It's only a 30-meter range, but that's pretty cool. This one's recruitment cost. Leadership for the hero's army. Leadership could be pretty handy. Leadership's pretty low for a lot of the units. Let's do this one. Go ahead and give the melee attack boost. Oh, wow, that one's huge. So anywhere where the Gorbel's at, he's going to be boosting up my men significantly. That's cool. I like how that works. That's kind of a neat mechanic with him and kind of how he's going to function within the army. I really do like that. That's nice. Let's go ahead and end the turn. Those guys moved out of their city and they moved past Caden there, or Caden, however you say it. So we're going to go raise it and feast on some captives, preferably. I really want to watch my Gorbel wreck these guys. I just want to see it. It's going to be entertaining. I bet my Minotaurs and Gorbel can like tank this whole fight out. But I'm going to use my Centaurs and Khazrak as well. But I don't even think I need my other units. I bet you we just absolutely smash this army. I'll just send my Gorbel like barreling straight into... Let's see. Get our spears, bows. Yeah, I don't even think we're going to need our main troops. Got my Centaur. Minotaurs. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and move all these units up first. That Gorbel, though, he is... And I'm like instantly loving this unit. He's fast, freaking wrecks the crap out of people in charge, has huge damage, looks nasty, does armor piercing damage. I mean, can't argue with the results there. These Minotaurs are also very fast. Look at these Centaurs here too, at 91 speed already. They're being buffed. I think it's just I thought I was supposed to drop the tooltip here and show me where all that's coming from. Oh well. I know there's a way to make it show, but whatever. Let's bring my Centaurs down from the hill. Here's Khazrak. Gorbul. Minotaurs, whatever. I'll probably switch back and forth between the way I say it just because I hear so many people say it different ways. Okay, I am going to send my Gorbul straight into Hans Vongzanger. Send Khazrak in here. I'm going to plow into these swordsmen with the Minotaur. Let's bring the rest of our units up. I'm going to get around these swordsmen who are trying to intercept me. Look at this, Gorbul's just juking everybody. Minotaur just absolutely destroyed that unit. Let's rear charge these spearmen. Check it out, the Gorbul got in there. I'm going to tell my bowmen not to fire because I don't want the friendly casualties. Let's check out the Gorbul, 10 kills. Yeah, I thought I said don't fire. Or do my guys have a javelin weapon? There we go. Fix that. Yeah, the Gorbul's back here with 21 kills already, having just gone headlong into the enemy units. He cares not. Oh yeah, these guys are going to get all kinds of Latin. Let's get some close-ups of my Gorbul pitching human. Wow, look at that. It's like a dang blood fountain. Gotta love that Gorbul, man. This is awesome. Not gonna lie, I wasn't like, I mean, I was definitely excited about the Beastmen, but they wouldn't have been like the first on my list I want to see here, but that is pretty fun. It is pretty entertaining, seeing these big units smashing people. Oh, jeez. We're going to be feasting on a lot of man flesh in this campaign, just in case anybody was wondering. We are going to, let's see, so we have the option to raise and defile, which adds a lot of extra chaos corruption. And gives us horde growth, and horde growth is useful. But let's just plunder it. We need the money. Let's plunder this crap. We didn't get to devour the man flesh. That's unfortunate. Oh well, we'll be all right. Let's end another turn. We got a skill for Khazrak. Let's keep dropping the upkeep for our army. I mean, because 15% in the end, that's a pretty big drop, and it's going to help us because we have very limited income as a horde. So, I mean, most of your income is going to be made from either raiding or raising.
I'll ignore that.
Let's see, and they have like a, you can get a Bray herd here too from filling up this bestial rage meter. So, I mean, the more we fight, the more it's going to help my men get to that rage-a-hall type level that we need to defeat all our enemies. Let's see what we're up against here. So, I mean, they're just going to send in a couple of reinforcing units, like 2 swords, 2 spears.
I refuse.
Yeah, I don't think these guys can hold us off. You can refuse all you want, buddy, but the herd is coming. It's giving these guys the advantage. I really don't think they have it. So let's go ahead and fight this battle. And you can do a lot of vanguard deployment with the Beastmen. I'm probably not going to be doing a ton of it right here early. Once I get what I feel like are better units for the vanguard deployment, I'll probably do some of it. But right now, it would leave my crappy units too far separated from their leadership, and I really don't want that. Let's actually keep these guys behind. Centaurs are handy. I want my my Minotaurs, Khazrak, Gorbul. I want all these guys right out front. Maximum damage. And I kind of want to follow up with the axe units. So let's take these leader units, and I'm going to just push them forward. so that they're leading my army, and then I follow up with the axe units, and then my Centaurs can sweep around and take out all the crossbows. Alright, I'm going to start moving forward. There's our pile of man flesh that we'll be having for dinner tonight. Check out the little burned up village here. Courtesy of your local Beastmen tribe, no doubt. I'm going to get these guys over here into the forest and try and sneak in from the flank. Oh, my guys are still visible there, and the crossbows are acting like they want to fire at me, so I'm going to back off. Okay, my main army. For some reason, the men are just kind of standing on the backside of this hill, where they could have actually tried to pin me on the front side of this. Would have diminished my charge pretty significantly. I'm going to start swinging wide around here with the Centaurs. What's their range looking like right here? They're still turned away from me. Okay. The men are all out of alignment here. Where's the great swords at? Or hold on. Get back, Minotaurs, get back. Let's pause real quick and find the great swords. Here they are. I really need my Minotaurs to come after here over the great swords. Because if we can take the great swords out of the picture, it's going to be pretty handy. I'm going to just charge this Gorbel in. I want to give my guys movement orders to get them up here ready for the combat. What happened to my other unit that I had back here? Oh, that's them. It just looked like a spear. My bad. I was like, what happened? Okay, so all my guys are moving up. Centaurs can swing around over here. It's in play. I'm going to hit the great swords. Just stay out of their way real quick, Gorbel. Actually thinking about fixing the manlings with some of my cheaper units. So some of their more expensive units are pulling back from me, so that's actually probably smart. I'm going to swing Khazrak around. I got my Centaurs getting ready. I'm going to try and just blob in. Okay, I got some swordsmen here. I need to get all their men engaged. Swing in and try and pin down some of their crossbows. I'm going to start trying to fire into some of these spearmen. Chase these guys off. We're getting some good initial engagements up here. Let's find the great swords again, because they are going to be a key. Yeah, they're right here. So I'm going to need my Gorbel to get into that fight as soon as possible. He can probably go ahead and get there. We're going to get some of their crossbows tied down here. At least I thought my Gorbel. Where's my Gorbel? I'm lost. Oh, he's over here in this combat. Let's okay. Forget the Gorbel. Get the Minotaurs over into the great swords. I'm gonna bring some of these spear units and others over here to tie down Ludwig. And let's keep these units all piled in here. Okay, it's in play. Centaurs are wrecking some crossbows. Let's fire at some crossbows there. Okay, the great swords just got hit by my Minotaurs, and they are taking some pretty nasty damage. Come on, Centaurs, mop up these crossbowmen already. Let's hit the next crossbow unit. Good, good, good. Seeing a lot of damage happening. The great swords are holding out, though. Okay, the most part of the army of men here is collapsing. Let's check out the great swords getting hit by my Minotaurs here on a second charge. Oh my gosh, did you see the charge from that Minotaur there? Holy cow. Wow. Good grief, man. These Beastmen. They've got it going on. I mean, I don't know how they're going to stack up in multiplayer, but that is a lot of fun. That was satisfying. Where'd my bowmen get to? They went and got into combat. That's great, because I didn't put them in guard mode. I like how they finally bring guard mode back to Total War, and I totally forget to use it. Okay, let's get back over here and take some of these guys out. My Gore Bull, 59 kills and climbing there. Let's take out all these spearmen. This whole blob over here is about to rout. We did lose quite a few Warherd, but it seems like the men are fairly resilient when they're surrounded by the leaders. Okay, where is Ludwig? Everybody kill Ludwig. Take him down. Wow, that charge by the Minotaurs, man. I'm still just like absolutely blown away by that. That was something else. It was just like a semi-truck crashing into all those swordsmen. There we go. Alright, got their lord. Let's end the battle. So we should be able to feast on some man flesh here, hopefully. Wow, man. 133 kills for the Minotaurs, 66 for the Gore Bull. I'm liking this. Oh, well, actually, we were sieging the city, so we don't get to feast on man flesh, but we can loot and raise, and then we can move on to find some more men to feast on. See, so we're up to level 5, so now I can take the upkeep down all the way, which that has definitely helped us in terms of money. We've got another level up here. Oh wow, this goes on. Wow, plus 10 melee attack for all the people around the Gore Bull. Holy crap. I love it. I absolutely love it, man. This is great. Like some of the buffs you get from the Gore Bull. Yeah, that's fantastic. And we're getting quite a bit of bestial rage here. I want to keep that rolling so that maybe we can get a Brayherd going, which is similar to a let's see, I think, what do I have to have? 50%? 25% of the campaign movement range in order to go into the encampment. I think the encampment, though, takes away bestial rage. Alright, let's get into the encampment, like, recruit, or, see if we can heal up a few of our men. So we finished Beastly Stupor, so that's going to give extra melee attack to lords and heroes and extra melee defense. And it looks like as you keep researching with the Beastmen, it slows down your overall research rate. Let's see, the cost of skill. We get extra unit experience, but recruitment cost goes up. Campaign movement range plus 50%, but we start winded. All units will be replenished, but we lose horde. I want the replenishment, so that way I can just keep moving. So let's go with that one. So now I'll get replenishment, I think, regardless of the stance I'm in. Yeah, awesome. That's perfect. So let's come siege these guys. They don't really have a whole lot of defenses, especially if we're healing. So all I need is like a couple of towers to help get my guys up on the wall, and then we'll just bust through the gates. Let's continue to siege. Again, I think my guys will continue to heal because of this thing for the next 2 turns. Oh yeah, that'll help us basically completely heal, and we can destroy Shinfeld or whatever this place is. Not Seinfeld, like the sitcom. This is awesome. I'm actually thoroughly enjoying this right now. Seriously. Okay, let's end one more turn so we get our towers. And now we should be ready to attack. And let's hit these stinking men. And I can probably recruit some better units now too before we head on to the next battle. So I think my Gore Bull and the Minotaurs are capable of taking down the gate. I'll probably use the Gore Bull because he's got more armor. The Minotaurs are actually going to be pretty susceptible to missiles, so I'll make sure to use my cheap spearmen to try and be the first units within line of sight of the enemy towers. Okay, some of these spearmen, let's drop the tower. Drop the siege. What do siege towers look like for the Beastmen? That's pretty awesome. Like, just looks like they gathered a bunch of crap from the forest and stuck it on there. Very fitting. I like it. The siege equipment is actually pretty characteristic for each race in this game, and it kind of makes it fun. So just being like overly generic. I'm gonna put my gores in the siege towers, and I'm gonna send them kind of up either side of the main line here. I'm actually gonna let my archers be the first one to take some fire. These guys are cheap and expendable. Okay, start the battle. Get these guys to the walls. Okay, let's just start firing on their crossbows. Let's move our spears forward. Like I said, I want these guys to kind of draw the fire from the towers. Let's use our gore bull to wreck the gates. I'm going to keep my minotaurs back, just because I don't want them taking tower fire. Let's check out the cinematic view of the siege here. We got my towers pushing up. Got my Ungor spear herds here. Here's my Ungor archers. Ungor raiders, I should say. Here comes my gore bull. This guy's like, dude, that gate ain't stopping me. Dude, look at him. This guy is so awesome. He's not only going to cut your gate down and kill you, he's going to then take a dump all over your corpse. A big old bull crap. Yeah, that's right. Cut the gate down, baby. Cut it down. Oh yeah, that gate's gonna come down. Let's send the Minotaurs in here to help him. What about Khazrak? Yeah, he can help too. Good. So we'll send all of them to pound the gates down. I'm not really taking a ton of damage from the towers. Let's get the Ungor in here to help siege the walls. We've actually done some decent damage to their crossbows. The AI hasn't positioned themselves real well to fight back against me. And killing the crossbows is going to be helpful because my men don't tend to have a lot of armor. Got our Centigore herd waiting to get through the gates as well. Send these guys up to attack. Let's send spearmen up here to attack. And do the same thing over here. Start sending these guys up the walls. Alright, so we're killing a lot of the crossbows. Looks like we have broken through the gates. Or almost. Almost. I want to see this when they break through the gates. These men are like, the guy's like giving the speech like, men, no matter what comes through that gate, stand your ground. Stand your ground.
Come, men! To arms! To arms!
Stand your ground against this, you pathetic human scum. Kill all humans. Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh. Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Oh, my God. This is terrible. Oh, so terrible in a good way. That is so great. I mean, just the carnage, man. Absolute carnage. Can the Gorbull go on the wall? Surely not. No, he can't. Let's go see if anybody's hiding out in the town center with the Gorbull and the Minotaurs, because I don't think they can go on the wall. And I'll send Khazrak up on the wall to help out. We'll send the Centigores in here too. Let's stop firing with our bowmen because we're probably just causing friendly fire. Let's move them inside. Send the prey herd over here. Alright, so I've got people into the town center. I think all the remaining humans are up on the walls. Well, Sigmar demands blood. Don't worry, I'm spilling yours. He'll be satisfied. Okay, Khazrak helped destroy these spearmen. So they're gonna go bye-bye. Send the Minotaurs back here to take out their leader unit again. I'm capturing the town center right now with the Gorbull. This guy is awesome. New favorite unit ever. Let's see. These regrouped swordsmen are like, please, why didn't you kill us the first time? They're like picking the intestines of their buddy off themselves. Oh my gosh. Just absolutely gruesome. Oh, but you don't hear me complaining. In fact, you hear me laughing. Be it noted. Now my Ungor Raiders are firing up into the flanks of these units on the walls. That ought to be pretty decisive. Send Khazrak over this way too. My Ungor Raiders, yeah, they turned the tide here. So the city is ours. I'll see you all back on the campaign map. Alright, as you can already tell though, whenever you open this video, this is going to be a long episode because I'm having fun. I'm going to loot and raise this place as well. So we have to raise a lot of settlements in order to be overall successful. Oh man, we got our bestial rage like way up high. That's awesome. We're gonna just like make a beeline over here and see if we can get our bestial rage meter all the way full. Let's see, what else can we do? So this is Khazrak again. Bestial cunning, so chance of spotting nearby armies. 8% growth ambush chance and ambush defense. That's kind of cool. Casualties suffered from attrition. You can drop enemy siege holdout time, but eh. Feasting upon man. We get extra income from raising and income from raiding. That's probably good too. Let's rank that stuff up real quick. Gorble. This one just gives extra leadership bonuses to my men. Honestly, that's got to be pretty handy. This one goes up to +10, but it's only within those that are within range around the Gorble. So let's just go with that one first because it gives it to the whole army. So I mean, you can see that we'll get a pretty nice leadership boost to the overall army. Yeah, all units buffed up pretty nicely. All right, let's keep rolling. And then when I finish that research, all my units are gonna be feeling really good too. Let's see. I'm gonna keep just enough movement range to encamp. Heal up a couple of my casualties because they actually have an army here. Oh, they just left a bunch of their people just left there. Does raiding push up bestial rage? Yes, it does. Sweet. Let's do some raiding. Does it tell me what level we're at? Yeah, okay, change per turn +1. Alright. So we're in a raiding stance. Let's kind of raid our way forward a little bit here. We got a bunch of money. Squalid encampment. Let's go ahead and spend the money on that. Alright, we probably need more horde growth to do more stuff too. And that threw us into an encampment, so let's go back into the raiding stance. Pretty sure we can just take these guys. It gives them the advantage because they have a lord. What do they got? They got pistoliers. You know, we probably... Let's hold off on this one for a minute. I know this is not very beastman of me to pull back, but I'm going to pull back. Let's just pull back a little bit. Look at their troops just ran away from the city. Guess they decided they didn't want to defend that anymore. They sure don't act like they want to fight me. That's for sure. Let's go into an encampment and let's get some more men. Or more beast, I should say. Ungor herd. 96, 80. Let's get us some more Ungor herd. The men are just like running around like, not really sure we want to fight those guys. We've heard the stories of the Gore Bull, and honestly, we're good. Not interested. That's kind of what they're thinking. So, but if they just let me keep training up troops here, then I'm really going to pound these guys. So, I can afford some more troops too in terms of upkeep. Let's get one more Ungor herd and a couple more archers. That way we have a numbers game going in our favor. Ooh, sweet, yeah. We'll get this win one fall. So again, it's going to hurt our horde growth, but whatever. Gives me the replenishment I need to kind of keep the fight moving. Oh, yeah, we're in good shape right here. We're in real good shape. I'm going to come out of the encampment, and I'm going to hit these guys. They'll get all the reinforcements. No, it's an ambush. So they're not going to... Oh, this is going to be freaking sweet. This is going to be so sweet. Have I told you all I like the Beastmen at this point? I've only played like 30 or 40 minutes of this campaign prior to this, and it went completely different. And I don't know why, but like I'm having so much fun with this campaign. It's ridiculous. Just like taking a big fat dump all over the manlings and eating their flesh is apparently pretty entertaining. Somewhat morbid, but pretty entertaining. These guys are about to get gore bold. Let's kind of spread some of this pain out. Got Khazrak here. Okay. Start the battle, but I'm going to pause it real quick so I can give everybody their attack orders, and then I'll give you all a cinematic view. Send the Gore Bull in. Should have repositioned all my archers prior to the fight, but that's okay. Go ahead and do so now. Got all these guys. Let's just go ahead and get them charging into here. Charge them into the back of there. Alright. Let's do it. Let's actually just go ahead and give all my archers in attack order there. Guard mode, fire at will. There we go. Oh no, I want to get the cinematic. Here we go. Oh. I feel so confident in what's about to happen here that we just go straight to the cinematic mode. Here comes the Minotaurs. Oh yeah, Gore Bull. Oh my gosh. Here comes Khazrak. Oh man, Khazrak doesn't even seem all that gruesome. Like these guys are getting off easy getting killed by Khazrak. Like when you watch what's happening to the rest of their buddies, like they are definitely making off easy. See how the Gore Bull's doing. Very well, I'm sure. Yeah, 15 kills. The Minotaurs are probably really only 14 there. So, Gore Bull, man. Wow, Khazrak is racking it up over here too. Racking it up in a hurry. Let's bring our Centigores around. Okay, I'm gonna keep using my guys to shoot at their... Let's get our Ungor Raiders out of there. Gore Bull just by himself, decimating that unit. The Ungor Raiders are not that good, but in large numbers, they're cheap and able to get the job done. Let's bring these Centigores around. Let's watch the Centigores do a charge. We haven't gotten to see them up close yet. Oh man, there's going to be busted guts of manlings all over the place. Let's take the Centigores on into the back of this combat over here so we can force the humans out of the fight. Yeah, these guys just got rizz-acked, like completely wrecked. Wow. Beastmen for the win. 49 kills on the Gore Bull. Oh, it's not even fair. My Minotaurs already have a silver chevron. So, we are definitely devouring some man flesh. Every time we get the chance to devour man-flesh, we'll be devouring man-flesh. Let's see, I'm going to do this feasting upon men, because again, that's going to boost up my rating. I'm going to go into a raid here, because wow, we get 305 income from raiding there. That's not bad. Get this Gorble, plus it pushes up our bestial rage. Alright, so we'll have 15 leadership in our army because of the Gorble, and then I'm going to start working on this one next, so that all the troops that are around the Gorble are just going to be absolutely insane in terms of attack. And then, like I said, once we finish this research, it's going to really drive it through the roof. Alright, we got a Bray herd, people. Check it out. Our rage meter was full, so set Bray herd target. Oh yeah. Bray herd target is right there. Are they within reinforcement range of me? Not quite, unfortunately. Let's stay in a raiding mode here and see if the Bray herd can come in and like engage a battle for us. That's kind of cool how you can set the target for the Bray herd. Oh yeah, let's see what's in the Bray herd first. Wow, 2 Bestigor herds, that's awesome. A couple of Razor Gore chariots, Centaurs. What do they have here? Chaos spawn. Wow, these guys they got a pretty decent army here. Got them a Beastlord. They're in pretty good shape. We're raiding to get some nice income right now. Yeah, and so our Bray herd is attacking, and we're going to be supporting them. So let's fight one more battle here. I think this will be fun to fight the battle with the Bray herd. No, it's going to be a long episode, but this has got to be entertaining at this point. This is going to be an absolute wrecking party. I don't think we get to do any Vanguard deploy, though, because we're coming in as reinforcements to the Bray herd. We got Khazrak, my Gorble. That's pretty much all we need. Between them and the Minotaurs, they're pretty much all getting this work done. Let's start just moving all these guys forward. Let's get kind of all my key fast units up here. I want to go support the Bray herd as quick as we can because they're attacking. And my infantry will follow. I'm going to kind of take all these units over here out of the way a little bit so that my other units can get free. Do you have some Pistoliers? Their speed is pretty good. My Gorble can match their speed, though. And he's well armored, so the Pistoliers shouldn't be able to get him. Oh, my guys come in tired from raiding. I didn't realize that, too. But my... Well, these guys are immune, apparently, to vigor, so they're still fresh. But my my Gorble is tired, as is Khazrak and my Minotaurs. And so will all my infantry. So that's the downside of raiding, I guess. You're going to come into battle tired. What do they got here? They got the Chaos Spawn getting charged by Wolfgang, who's on his horse here. He's going to get jacked up by the Chaos Spawn. Pretty sure my Bray herd has got pretty good chances here. Here comes the Chaos Warhounds. Here's the Razor Gore chariots, or the Razor Gore herd over here, wrecking into the crossbows. I'm trying to get up here and support just as quickly as I can. Some units are faster than others. Gorble being one of the fast ones. I'm gonna actually send my my Centaurs don't have a lot of army or armor, so I don't know if they can catch those Pistoliers or not. Let's just use my Centaurs to cause some damage here. So I'm gonna come in here and charge this swordsman unit. I'm going to quickly pull back. Ooh, took a lot of damage doing that. Let's see if we can get the Pistoliers. The If we can get a charge animate or a charge bonus here, I think we can get the Pistoliers. I just don't know if I can get close enough to get the charge bonus. Not right now. Just get our Centigores away from that. Let's get our Minotaurs in here to help out. I wonder if my Gorbull... his speed's only 70. There's no way he's catching him. I can't have these Pistoliers getting to my low armor units. My other units are still a long ways off. I'm going to get all my archers to try and start peppering there, and let's get on my infantry. Except for Khazrak, let's just roll all these guys up over here. Minotaurs, you stay in the fight. Hopefully they're focusing on Khazrak right now. The Warherds actually not doing as great as I would like here. They should be doing better. If they would have waited on me, especially. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and fight these spearmen. My bows are not far from being in range of the Pistoliers. So as long as we don't push the Pistoliers around with their infantry, my Ungor raiders should be able to finish them off. Gorbulls in here wrecking. Minotaurs are wrecking. They need some support, though. I'm going to try and swing my Centigores around to try and break this fight up a little bit quicker. Bring my Ungors up this way. Let's keep pushing this way. Just keep pushing. Wow, there's spearmen coming right at me. But let's try and take out the units here. Where did my my Gorbull just went on into another fight? My Minotaurs need some help because they're getting bogged down by spearmen. I'm gonna swing these Centigores around. And let's see if we can free up my Minotaurs here before they take any more damage. We can bring Khazrak over now too. Now we have the manlings in a very, very bad spot. Minotaur's 106 kills. Gorbull 78. And the Gorbull finally did take some serious damage here. It looks like because Luthor was here. Where'd Luthor get to? Take out Luthor. If we don't do anything else, that guy doesn't leave the battlefield alive. Is that a one? Is that a hero? Yeah, it's a hero. You can see him standing there in the middle of all that stuff getting pounded on, so he's dead. Alright, there we go. It's in the battle. So my Warherd engaged in the fight. They took most of the losses. Khazrak the one, I only took 17 losses, really? That's pretty impressive, because most of the damage, I guess, was tanked by my large units. I'm going to feast on the man-flesh, as promised. And my Warherd raises that settlement. Winds of Magic shift, let's see, Chaos Corruption +2, or... Forbid it. Well, we don't need Winds of Magic right now. Alright, I'm going to come down here and take out this place as well. Gonna loot and raise it. Okay. Set the Warherd target. I don't really know a target to set, honestly, right at the moment. Let's just kind of leave them where they're at and try and catch back up with them. So you can't set like any stances or anything for the... Okay, let's not do anything to him. There we go. Khazrak ranks up once again. Give him the extra income from looting. Okay. Looks like he's got another skill point. Character's leadership effect radius. Bestial cunning. I mean, that is pretty cool. This one takes up leadership, but just for him. Shadow hide gives him extra missile resistance. And slug skin. Weapon strength. He's got pretty good weapon strength. Melee defense. Just kind of want to take it all in here. If I go through this one, I can get extra melee attack for Ungor Herd and Ungor Spearman, which again makes the cheap units very effective once we get them ranked all the way up. So I'm going to actually do that. So anyway, that's going to be all the time I have for this episode. I'd say it was pretty successful. We raised like, what do we have? We raised 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 settlements. So we raised 5 settlements, defeated quite a few human armies. I think Carobird is pretty firmly in our sights, and we can hopefully finish these guys off. We haven't encountered any other tribes yet, just the greenskin tribes up there, and of course there's not much we can do with them right now. But hope you all are enjoying this. I'm certainly enjoying it. Come back tomorrow, I'll show you some more. HeirofCarthage, signing out.